Gabon, a name that conjures images of dense, emerald rainforests teeming with life. A land where silverback gorillas roam free and the calls of exotic birds echo through the trees. But this small nation on the west coast of Central Africa, nestled on the equator, holds within its borders more than just incredible natural beauty. It holds a rich and captivating history, woven from the threads of ancient empires, colonial influence, and the enduring spirit of its people. Before the arrival of Europeans, Gabon was inhabited by various Bantu tribes who migrated to the region over centuries. These tribes, with their diverse languages and traditions, formed the foundation of Gabonese culture. Life revolved around the rivers and forests, with fishing and agriculture providing sustenance. These communities thrived in relative isolation, their stories passed down through generations. The course of Gabonese history shifted with the arrival of Portuguese explorers in the 15th century. Drawn by the prospect of trade, particularly in slaves and ivory, the Portuguese established coastal trading posts, marking the beginning of European influence in the region. The slave trade, a dark chapter in human history, cast a long shadow over Gabon, impacting its demographics and social fabric. The trade routes established by the Portuguese paved the way for other European powers, including the Dutch, French and British, to stake their claims in the region. Competition for resources and influence intensified, and Gabon found itself increasingly entangled in the web of European colonialism. As the 19th century dawned, France emerged as the dominant power in Gabon. French influence grew, and in 1885, Gabon officially became a French colony. The French colonial administration brought with it significant changes, impacting every facet of Gabonese life. French became the official language, and the education system was modeled after the French system. Economically, Gabon became a source of raw materials for France, particularly timber, rubber, and minerals. Large-scale exploitation of these resources began, often with little regard for the environmental or social consequences. Despite the hardships endured under colonial rule, a sense of Gabonese identity began to emerge, fueled by a shared history and the desire for self-determination. The winds of change swept across Africa in the mid-20th century as calls for independence grew louder. Gabon too was caught in this wave of decolonization. On August 17, 1960, Gabon achieved its independence, marking a pivotal moment in its history. The young nation faced numerous challenges as it navigated the uncharted waters of self-governance. Léon Mba, a prominent figure in the independence movement, became Gabon's first president. He played a crucial role in shaping the country's post-independence trajectory, focusing on political stability and economic development. However, his rule was not without its critics, who accused him of authoritarianism and maintaining close ties with France. In the decades since independence, Gabon has experienced periods of both progress and instability. The discovery of oil in the 1970s transformed Gabon's economy, propelling it to become one of the most prosperous nations in sub-Saharan Africa. However, this economic growth has not always translated into widespread prosperity, and income inequality remains a pressing issue. Today, Gabon stands at a crossroads. The country faces the challenge of diversifying its economy, reducing its dependence on oil, and ensuring that the benefits of economic growth reach all its citizens. It also grapples with issues of environmental conservation, striving to balance economic development with the preservation of its remarkable biodiversity. As Gabon looks to the future, it does so with the resilience and determination of its people, who have navigated centuries of change and emerged with their cultural identity intact. The story of Gabon is far from over. It is a story still being written.